Welcome back to another episode. Well, this could be the first episode of Buffhead Belts. I'm Jared, and today we're going to review the UWF Heavyweight Championship. Now, a little bit about the UWF. Promotion back in the 1980s, this belt was made originally by Dave Milliken. Now, the style of the strap that you're going to see on this one isn't the same as the original, but more based off a replica that Milliken made. It's actually still a really nice belt. And in all seriousness, I've never held this belt before, nor do I know much about it, but I'm actually really keen for it. So it's dual plated, it's 4mm zinc, it was CNC'd. It's actually a really nice strap as well. So let's get up nice and tight and have a look at this belt. Take a look at the UWF Championship. Now, this belt was originally made by Dave Milliken. Obviously, this version isn't. It was made overseas, but it is still an absolutely amazing title. So first off, let's have a quick look at the plates. As previously mentioned, this belt is a 4mm CNC machined, dual-plated zinc title. Now, this is absolutely gorgeous. Now, looking at the plates, they might seem familiar to you. It does have the original Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship design about it and feel. Obviously, you can see the side plates here. It does have also that intercontinental feel as well. So we get up nice and tight with the plates. These are CNC machines, so you can see they are very sharp and very clean. The detailing in here, there's no waves. The only thing you're going to see if you get nice and tight up here is obviously the swirl pattern on the CNC machine. It does need a little bit of a clean, but there is nothing wrong with that at all. The mirror reflection off the dual plating is absolutely gorgeous, we see it bouncing off these plates. But the detail work and the line work is absolutely surreal. Unfortunately, with a lot of these floors, the wrestlers always just look like weird little blobs with little, patterns through them, I guess. But these things happen. Get up nice and tight here on the main plate. The floral pattern, the basic design of this belt is absolutely gorgeous. Nice and tight here. Again, the paintwork is something else I mainly look at when we're looking at belts. And the paintwork on this title is flawless. In the lines, not overflowing. The black pops. And up here as well. It's painted around the letters absolutely perfectly. It doesn't seep out onto letters, which we see a lot of that happening with makers overseas these days. Obviously the black down the sides of these side plates as well. Now, as I was saying, this is CNC machine, so the lines and the lettering is absolutely sharp, especially around the Universal Wrestling Federation wording. It is sharp as all hell. The only thing that I could obviously say about this, getting it CNC'd, the lines inside, obviously, the wrestlers or the grapplers, doesn't stand out as much. It just looks like a little blur. We know what's going on though. We do. The plates themselves are absolutely magnificent. So I'm definitely not complaining in the slightest. So on to the strap.
No!
So the strap is actually based off a design that Dave Milliken made for one of his customers. It was after a replica of the UWF Heavyweight Title. Again, I could be wrong, I don't know much about this belt, but from the little research that I've done, that's what I can tell. So in the original that Milliken did for the UWF, it actually had the Midwest style tooling, which you would see predominantly on like the Winged Eagle, with the rounded tooling up here and obviously a standard tip. But the customer that obviously requested the belt that Milliken made, which this belt is, I guess, based off, requested no tooling and a nice, just clean, beveled snap box. Now on the female side here, obviously you can see the beveling as well as the edging on the border is absolutely crisp and really quite clean. For an overseas maker, this is really quite nice, and the leather is floppy as hell. So the only difference between obviously this one and the original that Milliken made, the replica for the customer, there was actually a background tooling done on the snap box itself, which we don't see in this belt. But I can't degrade that. I can't take that away from this belt at all. So the leather itself, as we can see here, very floppy. Very floppy. So as mentioned, The leather on this belt is absolutely gorgeous. It bevels up really nicely, which I think is awesome. It sits there just comfortably with the weight of the plates. I genuinely couldn't complain about this belt in the slightest. So let's have a look at the overall. Now, I didn't mention this before. This belt is made by the Mayan family, by Mother Mill Mayan. So the UWF title, again, CNC'd, 4mm zinc with the dual plating, and this pops beautifully. I don't know much about this belt. I've never actually held one before, but the strap on it is gorgeous. It is nice and floppy. It folds absolutely incredibly. It makes you feel like a champion. Now, if I were to buy this belt as a customer, would I be happy with it? 100% I would be. Seriously, the plates are crisp, they are clean. The leather itself is nice and floppy, the backing's not coming off. I don't have a complaint in the slightest. So, that was today's review. In all seriousness, I can give this belt, I'm gonna say, a 4 out of 5. The only reason being, the wrestlers need cleaning up, the grapplers on the side plates as mentioned, and obviously the CNC milling process may be a little bit too fast, which is why the edges, obviously the CNC machine lines do pop up and are relatively present in some of the plates. But again, if this was on display and you're looking at it from afar, this is definitely a talking piece. So, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want any titles, if you're chasing anything, please message me and I'll hook you up with something decent. Nice discount codes, we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with all the belt reviews coming your way. This has been Jared for Buffhead Belts. See you guys soon.